Cool, so everything kind of worked out the best way it probably could. I have to come back at around 3:30 to pick up my document, but until then, I have a plan to meet up with Brennan, and that'll be happening in about another hour. He wants an hour because he's a diva, but that's okay, I'll let it go. I haven't seen him in months, and I don't think he's gonna come to Japan for a few years, so I'm gonna have to see him while he's here. Hey, so he finally took his sweet time to get here. This is his problem, such a diva.
Man.
Everybody say hello.
Look, he's already trying to get
Say,
in, man.
say hello.
I don't know you. You're
Huh?
like a stranger.
You're supposed to be the Uber, open the door.
What's your name again? Forgot.
What's up, man?
What's up?
What's good? What's good?
What's up?
What's like, hey. You on YouTube now?
Yeah, I know. What's up?
You on YouTube now?
Where's your dad at?
Huh? He got into a PhD program.
Oh, nice.
And he's studying.
That's fucking awesome.
And by the way, I need to come back to this exact location at 15:30 to pick up my passport. And then I'm free.
So 15:30. All right. That's
so we have
2+00 on the clock right now.
Well, I mean, like, I just have to go in the building for 5 minutes and come right back out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so
Get your visa stamped in there. That's pretty good.
How you doing, man? I missed you.
Good, man.
Are you ever gonna go down to Dayo in the week? No.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
Sure.
I totally forgot your gift. I got a gift for your baby.
Oh, you do?
And I got more green tea Kit Kats.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if you like those.
Nah, the kids love them, man. Kids fucking. Leah loves those things.
So I'll give you 2 bags because I like you.
Let's see. What do you want to do? You want to go? I know. I got a Polish friend. I have a new Polish friend who has a sailboat there. It's a 28-foot sailboat, and so he just randomly met him, and we just sparked up a good conversation. And he said, "Hey man, you want to go sailing?" And I was like, it's kind of skeptical at first, right? Because like, who does that, right? Who comes up to a guy in a bar and goes, "Hey dude, you want to go sailing?" Like serial killers and people that want something from you, right? Those are like the 2 characters or personas that you might find, right, to do that. So I was kind of like, but then people just kept coming. They were like gravitating to this dude. He's like, hey Mike, and hey James, and hey Joe, and so I started talking to him. It's like, how long you been up here? He's like, I've been doing this for 9 years, man. He's like, I come up here every weekend, and my wife hates it. He's like, because I own a boat, you know. Not many guys own a boat and just, you know.
Able to go.
Yeah, just roll, because boats are, you know, they're expensive. And so he's like, I love the boat so much. And his background is that he was in the Polish Navy, so that's why he likes being on the water so much.
Fair.
Anyways, long story short, let's go sailing.
I
was like, you know, let's take a chance. You know, well, you know, I could always back out. You know, I'm an army guy. If he, you know, tries something crazy, I don't know, a couple moves.
A few.
We go out to the boat. The boat was absolutely gorgeous. Like, it was just one of the things that, like, best things that like happened to me that day. I was like, what? That's your boat? He's like, yeah, that's my sailboat. You know,
is this what you were trying to bring on a boat?
Yeah.
God, let's go.
He's not here today. He'll be back on Friday. We have a date on Friday, but you won't be here Friday.
I can be.
Okay, let's go sailing.
If I come here on Friday, will you make that happen?
Yes. Let's go sailing Friday. You want to go sailing Friday?
What's the times?
Doesn't matter. Whenever.
Are you free on Friday?
Yeah.
Like all of the day?
Yeah. I'm planning to come up here probably Thursday night. What's going on? You have plans? That stuff you're doing?
Well, I'm building the schedule.
Oh, you had the thing
I mean?
that you're trying to do with John and Julius.
Well, everyone. You know what I mean? I'm trying to. I need to clump all the time.
Yeah. What,
you know?
What day were you aiming for?
I don't know. You saw the text in the group chat. But the thing is, Friday sounds good.
Okay.
So Friday, so I might have to train back up here. All right, hear that, guys? So it looks like I have a date with destiny.
Oh, that's cool.
A date with destiny.
Let's see.
Why do you have so much floss? That's a dumb question. I'll take it back.
When
are you going to school here, man?
You know, I'm gonna probably apply next year, and I'm gonna probably do their Master of Business for Veterans.
We back at home base. Brandon decided to bring me back here to reminisce on the beautiful memories. Fight on.
That's right. Fight on.
Thanks, B-dubs. Although I was in Oregon just recently, I know the Ducks crush us every time and everything.
No, they don't. Not in football.
But anyways, fight on. I should just buy a shirt. I should buy a kid's shirt. I should buy a kid's shirt.
This is all.
Oh. Ow. What one you gonna get?
I think that's the only one they got. It's the cheapest one they got.
Ooh. Oh no! I missed the moment. I missed the moment. Brandon don't want to pay $5.
I'll be right back.
He don't want to pay $5. I will pay the $5. I will pay it. Get back in the car. Don't. The AC is on and the window is up. Does that make sense to you? You're trying to save money. I mean, nothing's making sense.
Wait a minute. I don't think I have my receipt though.
Is the receipt on the floor? That's Trader Joe's. Where's your receipt? Where's the item in question? Where's the thing we just got?
It's right here. And then I stuffed the other one in my pocket.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, are you watching this? This dude is crazy. He kidnapped me. Someone help.
That's not it.
All this time, I could have just given him a $5 bill.
And it's free. You pay $5 for what? Oh yeah, verbal testimony of you agreeing to the terms of the f***ing podcast.
So this will be, because then if you ever decide to start vlogging your pilot life,
yeah, definitely,
then you can use this as another platform, right? Yeah. So I'm joined today with Captain Wright of the U.S. Army.
That's me.
Active duty.
I'm transitioning.
Transitioning from active duty to the beautiful. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Beautiful family, father of 2, scrub of all, and we are in Los Angeles, and you're gonna be moving out here, right?
That's right. And you know, for the record, I am a broke pilot now with a family of 2, just to make sure that just to make sure the record is straight, and I don't want to give anybody any illusions about, you know, being
just because you're an Army pilot don't mean you. Like, no, this is the theme. The theme on my channel is I ain't broke, but I ain't balling. That's the theme. That's,
well, like we've been saying since what, 1995, balling on a budget is a thing for us.
It is, but I evolved it.
Balling on a budget is a thing.
See, balling on a budget, and I evolved it, man. I ain't broke, but I ain't balling.
Yeah.
You feel me? Do you feel me?
I'm rich in spirit. Let's just go with that, all right?
But anyways, can you close the window, man? Why is it open?
Because I had to pay, and then I didn't bring it back up, and then now I'm trying to get into this box so I can charge my phone.
Armstrong.
That's right. Armstrong.
Anywho, so Brandon and I are going to be putting together a podcast that's going to involve greatness and success.
Stage 2.
In fact, the success of others.
Oh, look at that. What a dumbass.
So Brandon went to the store to buy this, and he looked in here and he found his old one.
Well, you know, sometimes you make bonehead decisions, and you know, now I have 2, all right? It's investing in the future. Because guess what? I actually have 2 12-volt charging ports in my car. So now I have the ability to charge 3 phones. So when I do Uber, maybe I can charge people $1. That'd be kind of cool, right? Hey, oh, you want to charge? It's gonna be $1. Really?
So you didn't want to spend $5 more.
I would not have
$5 more.
So instead of spending 5, I spent 12 for some I didn't need. Damn, that pisses me off. And now it's like, well, why don't I just go back and return it, right? Like, cause it's $12.
Technically, you could. Why don't you eat that salad? It's only getting bad.
I'm going to eat the salad. My plan was to meet up with you. My plan was to meet up with you first, figure out where you're at, park, go eat my salad while we converse. Instead, you were on the side of the street, trying to bum a ride, you know, hitchhiking. Hey, dude, I need a ride.
And I acquired one. Thank you.
Yes, you did.
Not only are you a pilot, you're also a driver. It's funny. Watch. You're gonna rewatch this episode, and you're just gonna laugh. How funny all of this is.
I will laugh, because you know that's not the first time that's happened. I have like 3 of those, by the way. I buy a new one like every month because I can't find it for whatever reason. I'll put it in my backpack, and my backpack will be at home, you know, or I'll fly somewhere and I'll leave it at the house, and I'm in a freaking rental car. And so now you're like, damn it, I need another car charger cable, or the actual block that goes in there. And so it just
that's Brandon's Bonehead. That's gonna be a section on the podcast. Brandon's Bonehead moves.
Whatever. whatever.
So
that's real life. That's real life right there. I'm not the only person that does this kind of stuff. All right. So I know there's people out there who experience the same that I do.
The bonehead moves.
Yeah, you know, it's a small stupid thing that you just like kick yourself in the ass for. You're like,
oh
my God, why did I buy that? Or why did I forget this thing? I spent so much money on it. Dude, my GoPro, perfect example. I spent like $300 on that thing. I don't use it ever.
Where do you have it on you?
I have my GoPro, yes.
Can I use it?
Can you use it?
Yeah. You heard what I said. If you just said I can rewind the tape. You said you're not using it. Can I use it?
Well, my new line of work, I will be using it.
Oh,
so that's
so
good news.
and Brandon says that he's going to use his GoPro.
You know how much stuff I have for my GoPro too? I bought like.
You have all the accessories. You just don't use the product.
I bought all the accessories. I bought, you know, because like I thought maybe I would take it with me when I did like extreme stuff.
When you do stuff.
And I did. I actually went snowboarding with my my GoPro, and it came out pretty good. I was wearing the chesty, you know, the chesty one.
Yeah, the chest one.
So it was just kind of like the angle wasn't quite right. So I got mad about that. So I ended up buying the head mount instead. Yeah, and so I like
bad
that
angle too.
No, the head mount's a lot better, but you know, you still got to do everything remote, and you can't touch it. So it's, you know, you got to use your phone, or you have to use the camera itself.
You have to tap it
and you know,
it's more of a hassle.
Requires editing, you know, if you want to use it. But no, I think in this new line of work, I would like to try to use my GoPro more. And
to put it more in perspective, in this podcast, you're going to be using your GoPro as a second camera, so
that's fine.
Use that too. So we're going to be this is the plug. This is the plug for the podcast. We're going to call it. We don't have a name for it yet.
We don't have a name yet.
But it's about success stories and little successes.
Yeah.
What do we call that?
Little successes. Like princesses, little princesses. I feel like little successes and little princesses kind of. I don't know where.
Is that what you guys? Is that what you hear? What he's saying? Is that? Do you get that?
It feels like little. But it may not be little. Like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, these successes are a big deal.
Okay. So let's make it little to big. So we could say something to the effect of, let's make. I don't know, little businesses and the big businesses. I don't know. I don't know.
Little big moves. I don't know, some shit like that.
Little big moves.
Yeah, little big moves. Little big moves. That's kind of cool.
Little big moves.
Anyways, it's a work in progress. We'll definitely.
Clearly, it's a work in progress.
Maybe you know what would be best is to like poll the audience, or like poll people.
Well,
like,
we need
survey and see like what the top 3 answers are.
Okay,
based on our.
So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna put it? Are we gonna put it on Facebook?
I don't know.
Like
maybe we
draw
need
people's lines. Or
yeah.
What?
How do we do that?
Or or we could just do generic, the Brandon and Spencer podcast. It's pretty generic, and a lot of guys do that.
That's pretty good, actually.
It's like that's just I follow a lot of podcasts, and if they don't have a title, like 50 or 60% of the time, it's just such and such their name podcast. And I'm like, okay, really?
Yeah, maybe we could do something funny like our, you know, some kind of spin-off of our last names or something. You know, like a lot of law firms do that. I mean, it's boring.
Johnson and Johnson?
That's boring. I don't think anybody cares.
We should do something that involves the reason why we're doing success.
Okay, that's fair.
Right? Like, where we came from, I guess?
Yeah.
Where we came from.
Yes. I think that's it. I mean, the vote's over. Unless somebody can just blow that out of the water. I like that.
Yeah, where we came from.
That is actually a very good.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Where we came from podcast.
That was good. I'll give you that. That's 100% credited to Spencer Vonsager.
Because what feels good about that is that you can ask that to anyone who had a small success.
Yeah.
Or was struggling and then they became a bigger success.
Well, the term "we" is non-specific, right? I mean, that's all depending on how you define it.
Fair. That's an assumption.
I mean? So
I'm sorry.
We who, then you ask the question.
That's an assumption.
Whoever it is that participates in our podcast, or whoever wants to contribute, you know, their story. That's the part of we.
So we're taking applications.
That is true. Salary will be not the greatest, sir, you know. Not really rich.
Technically, you need to pay us.
We accept all forms of major credit cards and cash or check. The freeway split twice, and you couldn't get off anywhere.
Indiana Street at 3/4. So Brandon decided to take us the long way home.
Yeah, we're talking anyways.
Yeah, I kind of missed this dude. Kind of optionally miss Brandon.
There aren't other teachers doing the same thing as you're doing.
Go, give me some more. Doing that's a very broad.
So you're okay. When you were in your last job, okay, you were working as a teacher.
Correct.
Okay, and so obviously it's a school, so there's multiple people operating in the same capacity. So my question to you is, were there other people like you from America or from other parts of the world that were also teaching, or were they Japanese? Or?
Yes, there was a lot of foreigners.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and did you click with any of those guys or gals, or what were they?
Yes.
What was their? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, I did click.
What was that experience like? I guess.
Oh, my experience. Okay, so let's backtrack it a little bit. I learned a lot after my first term in my first company there. So, Japan uses they're a very crafty, very crafty society. They want, you know how here in the States, it's a green light. I think it's green, yeah. You know in the States, we have a...
Vita Coco, peach mango, freaking amazing by the way. Continue.
Are you trying to get a sponsorship already?
No.
It's delicious? All right.
It really is good. It's so good.
You didn't give me any.
You taste it. Yeah, taste it.
Oh, there's some more, thanks.
Yeah, I'm sipping on it, man. You know, I don't down it like you down your Coke, man.
You want some? My Coke is still right here.
No, man, it's bad for your teeth and your bones. That's a whole nother podcast.
Anyway.
Talk about fitness and phosphoric acid and all that.
You don't drink Coke?
Hell no, I don't drink Coke. Well, I do, but I don't.
You do with as a mix.
I may have some mixed drinks every now and then.
Watch out!
I'm about to run over Pedro.
All right, so in the U.S. we have like a language requirement, right? We have to take like a language class sometimes, right?
Sure.
It's part of like an elective, like in high school. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's. I mean, we didn't have to take it primarily because we were already bilingual by the time we needed to take it. We didn't need to take it.
Yeah.
But typical high schools, you have to take it as a language.
Freeway entrance north. I don't know.
I think don't we have to go that way? I say straight.
All right.
I'd rather be on the freeway than off the freeway.
Okay. Because I was just gonna land nav it back over to the buildings, basically head right and then just go straight.
I think our traffic is only going down south, so I think we
north
be good.
Is like that way.
So
we'll see. It'll work. It'll work out.
It's a gamble. Life's a gamble. Anyway.
Peter roll.
Anyway, what was I saying?
We were talking about language requirements.
Oh, okay. So in Japan, what they decided to do, this is pure my observation really, instead of making it a optional type of learn English, it's like required to learn English. And instead of having, like a teacher who could teach the language, you have an English person, an English speaker, a person who is native in that said language, who has been speaking it for over a decade to teach the language. So it's way smarter than somebody who's can teach. You don't go somewhere to take the class. No, we're gonna bring someone from a foreign country to teach you, the student, English.
Yeah, it's just kind of like what we did in Language Academy.
Exactly.
We had French teachers.
We had French teachers that were plucked from francophone speaking. Yeah. So that's the advantage. So they do this a lot, right? So then there's big companies and small companies, and unfortunately for me, I had a small company.
Yeah.
The big companies have huge networks. The small companies, well,
fortune's a matter of perspective. So now you know why you wouldn't want to be there. So it's kind of like all right,
okay. So learning experience.
There you go.
So I got a few lashes. That's what Brandon's telling me.
There you go.
I had to get beat up a little bit.
I want to dovetail off of that because I got to give a plug out to the author who wrote Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***. He talks about exactly this thing that you're opining on. This guy talks about how people learn best from
failed attempts.
Yeah, through adversity. Think about it. If you had a smooth ride your entire life, a silver spoon in your mouth, you'd be spoiled and you'd never know how to truly work hard, right? Because you're always given everything. But if you go through some you know, some adversity, you go through some challenges, you see what is and what is not.
What's really interesting is that there is a concept that I've learned while not just working in Japan, but the Japanese culture, and from even Israel, from when my time spent there and my study abroad, and just like watching certain people, because now that I have a different, like well versed in different experiences, I'm able to see the people who were given a lot and the people who weren't given a lot. And there was something that was very unique, is that with adversity, comes the growth. Like, because there are circumstances that hinder you to do one thing, you do other things to achieve the same goal, and that breeds innovation.
There you go.
So
that's exactly right.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, like I see, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I need to make it, like perfect example. If someone wants to make a YouTube video and they want a camera, right? But the thing is, they don't have access to a camera. So what do they use? They use their cell phone. Sure. Right? And because they use their cell phone, they get really good at using their cell phone camera.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
It's true.
Like, I've seen that. I've seen a lot of young people, 16 or younger, they only have a cell phone, right? And they're like, oh, I wish I had a camera, I wish I had a camera. Then I see another half of young people, oh, I wish I had a camera. Then they use their cell phone camera, like their iPhone 5, iPhone 6, and they just maximize it.
Yeah, they realize that they don't truly need that camera, and they find other ways to still create possibilities to achieve the things that they want.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and then
exactly. Well, you just said that.
And it's crazy that like all of a sudden, like, then that product is well made by the time they get to where they need to go, versus like all these people who eventually just get the camera, then they now have to start building those skills. It'll take a little longer. They should have just started. So I think that it's really important to just get started.
That's the story of our life, right?
No, that's why if you're watching this now, this is the start of the Where We Came From podcast. Podcast,
vlog, all of it, all the above.
All the above.
Yeah, we got to sort through the details.
There'll be a lot of deets.
One day at a time.
Brandon's gonna flake.
Probably. I'll probably flake for a little while. You got to give me some credit here. I mean, I'm in an airline training program.
Then he has kids, and he's moving.
I don't have a house right now. I'm homeless, y'all. Can you believe that?
He's a homeless pilot.
I'm homeless. I mean, yeah, I got my grandparents' house. I mean, I got my cousin. There's so much space there, you know. Like, everywhere you go here, you're charged for everything.
You just
not just the gas
California?
prices. Yeah.
Oh, dude, there's a Bun festival. So a Bun is, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. A Bun is one of the major times it's the harvest time in Japan.
Oh, really?
So that's actually so they're doing a little early here in the States. So a Bun is typically in August.
Just last week. This is the weekend.
So a Bun is typically in August, it's a Japanese holiday, and it's oh dang. Oh, it's like a little Japan up in here. Oh yeah, we're in Little Tokyo. Oh, so we're going the right way.
Spice.
So anyways,
it's I kind of know where I'm going.
It's one of the holidays. That's when I'm free, around August 13th or 17th.
Nope, don't film it.
So if you want.
Hey, what's up? You have hair.
Mr. Pilot, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Good. I forgot to do the right thing. She said she's going to bed.
5 years.
Frustrated because we're so picky. I don't care though. I don't care.
That's your house, man.
Exactly. That's what you guys get paid to do. You get paid to find me stuff. You know?
Find me what I want.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna pull the trigger unless I'm absolutely happy with it.
No.
So like I said, and the wife doesn't support buying right now. She doesn't really want to buy. She's nervous about this buying idea of buying.
Well, you have a good idea. Buy it and then rent it out or sell it.
That's what I'm saying.
You still make money.
That's what I'm saying. But she's like, oh my God, what if you have to replace the roof? And what if you have a major leak? And I'm like, I mean,
if it's insured, you get paid. Just like
I know.
My water heater broke.
We just had a leak.
We just had a leak and they replaced the whole floor.
She goes, well, the insurance company's not going to pay for it.
Oh, I can't stop right here. We have to
go down
to the
stop sign.
I know, it's America.
No.